So my very first perfect synergy video received a lot of positive feedback, and I just want to thank the Grind team for their continuous support, as no matter what I do or what I post, you are always there to watch it. Thank you so much. And yes, I do enjoy synergies in Warframe, and that's the main reason why I keep playing this game. I just love discovering different combinations ranging from weapons to Warframe and now, Warframe to Warframe. So, since you love it, and I like doing it also, here's another awesome Warframe synergy. I call it the Happy Campers. This synergy is basically for those who wants to farm stuff like relics, endo, resources, and as well as the ever-elusive condition overload mod. Okay, let's cut the long introduction and begin this video. So who are the Happy Campers? One is Hydroid, and the other one is Loki. Before we go deep into this synergy, I would just like to say that these two are not the only Happy Campers that I will be sharing to you guys. There will be more to come, so be sure to watch out for them. Okay, so what you gonna need here is a Pilfering Swarm Hydroid and a Radial Disarm Loki. Now you can go solo with the Pilfering Swarm Hydroid and call it a day, but the problem is, sometimes, range enemies want none of your tentacles. Well, I guess no one is dumb enough to go rushing on these mad tentacles, which is why you need someone to attract them, and that's where Loki is good. Not only that, he can disarm enemies and make them rush on Hydroid's tentacle with their melee weapon, but he also has the ability to attract them with his decoy ability. If you have watched my real Loki Master Race video, then you know how amazing this ability is when it comes to getting aggro from enemies. Well, Radial Disarm is pretty sufficient so that enemies will rush through Hydroid's tentacles, but sometimes, enemy AI get stuck or they just stand when they get hit by Radial Disarm, so you need another way to attract them, and Decoy is your second option to do that. Okay, now that you know the synergy, let's proceed to the builds. First off is Loki. It's really easy to build this Warframe for this kind of setup. All you need to do is equip him with lots of range and efficiency, then add a bit of duration. So for the Happy Camper setup, I have these mods on my Loki. As you can see, I have all the range mods and as well as the efficiency mods. Now, you might ask why I need duration. One is because I need it for my decoy so it will last longer, and two, I need it for my invisibility. Sometimes in endurance runs, we ended up not getting any life support capsule from enemies, and Loki needs to go and activate one for us. Take note that we are only running a two-man team in this synergy. To take care of those life support problems, then I suggest that you add a Desecrate Necros on your team. In terms of the aura slot, I highly recommend Enemy Radar for enemy pathing. It's not really necessary but a good asset if you have. With this mod setup, you will get 33 seconds duration for your decoy, 15 seconds duration for your invisibility, and a whooping 56 meters range for your radial disarm. Okay, now let's proceed to how I mod my Hydroid. Since Hydroid will be our main damage dealer, I did mod his tentacles with a lot of power strength. In addition, I also added lots of power duration so that my tentacles will last longer. In return, I have lower range and efficiency, which is not really a big problem at all, as one, I have Zenuric's energizing dash to restore my lost energy, and two, I also have some energy pizzas as a backup plan. If that's not enough, then I have my trusty rank 2 arcane energize. Honestly, Hydroid's Pilfering Swarm doesn't need a lot of power strength, as the tentacles just need to touch the enemies and not kill them, in order for your team to gain additional loot. But since there's no way I would put range mods on this setup, as I need my tentacles to be intact and block a pathway, and also, I really don't need that much efficiency because of the high amount of duration I have for my abilities, and I have enough option to maintain my energy. I decided to just increase my power strength so I won't have any problem killing low to mid-level enemies with my tentacles. With the mod setup I have for Hydroid, you will probably have no problem getting to 40 minutes mark on survival runs, as enemies tend to die from your tentacles. But when it gets to 1 hour or even more, enemy gets tougher and you need to help out your tentacles kill those enemies. There's probably a lot of weapons to help your tentacles, but I find the Torrid, Pox and Zenist are my go-to weapons for this setup. The torrid and the pox is purely for stripping armors or killing enemies too when you mod it right. Now, I won't be spoiling my next videos as I will go in depth with torrid and pox next, so I will not share any builds right now, but basically, you want to build these weapons with lots of status chance and corrosive damage to strip armors. You can also go with a viral and radiation build or a corrosive blast combo with the torrid. Like I've said, I don't want to spoil anything, so I'll just stop here and proceed with the Zenistar. Yes, I know, not all players have this weapon yet, and honestly, the weapons I have showcased are only suggestions and you can either give it a go or not. However, let me tell you how amazing Zenistar is for Hydroid. Now we all know that we can mod Zenistar in various ways, but mostly, we go for either gas build, corrosive, viral, or a mix of corrosive and blast. But, many doesn't know that Hydroid does increase the damage that the Zenistar's disc does when he activates his Undertow ability. The disc does apply the damage multiplier from stealth attacks, and it includes Hydroid's Undertow, Ivara's Navigator, and Wukong's Cloudwalker counters being invisible from enemies, allowing the Zenistar to deal bonus damage. Another good thing about the Zenistar is that nullifiers can't get past its disc. Same goes with those projectiles from your torrid. These are just a few weapons that are perfect for defending your camping spot against nullifiers. Before we head to the outro of this video, I would just like to give one piece of advice, and that is bringing your Jinn Sentinel with these happy campers. The vacuum ability of your Sentinel makes your life easier when camping, as it can vacuum all the loots you need, including life support capsule, without needing to go out of your camping spot. However, Sentinels are pretty squishy and past that 1 hour mark in endurance runs. They will die that even the primed Regen mod won't help them. Gladly, Jinn has a new augment called Reawaken that makes it immortal, so probably, you will have a Sentinel for the rest of the mission. But do remember that this mod does allow Jinn to revive itself after 90 seconds. So that's it. That's the Warframe, the builds, and the weapons I used for my happy camper setup. The weapons are not actually necessary and you can use any endgame weapons you want, but I suggest that you try my Warframes and builds for them if you want to farm efficiently in survival missions. So we reached the end of my video again. Thank you so much for watching. Before you leave, please do me a favor and hit that like button if you enjoy watching this video and find it useful in some way. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more Warframe videos from this channel. Again, thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.